Alright folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM21 series where we look at some young talent on Football Manager and we see how they develop over the course of their careers, give you guys an insight as to how they get on before you actually sign them yourself. So if you want to get involved in this series, first of all, before we go any further, hit the like button and subscribe as well for daily content on this channel. If you want to get your player featured, all you got to do is two things really. One, tick the players first, make sure that player's not been done already. Second of all, join Discord, the link down below in the description. The section there literally called Stars of Tomorrow Requests. All you've got to do is jump in there and tag me in there with your request. Every evening around 10 PM I update the schedule as well, which is also down in the description, so you know what's coming as well, so you can check also that as well if you wish, to see if your player's already been scheduled to be reviewed. So that way you're not wasting a request when basically it's been done or about to be done. So today's player is again from Discord, Igor Diveev. I'm calling it Igor, it's easier. A centre back from Russia, who's got 6'4". He's got 15 jump and reach. He should have at 6'4". Very brave. Good tackling, good marking, good heading for a 20-year-old. Very solid across the board there early on in his career. I've done a scout report because I'm just that helpful. He's got 2.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He's no injury worries proneness there, which is good to see. He may qualify for a work permit. Extremely interesting transfer. So folks, 4 games up to there. So yeah, he's good in the air, fairly consistent. They're the two things I like to see in a player. Well, certainly that one, fairly consistent. Love to see that in the love to see that in my Roma series. Go check it out, by the way. So yeah, let's try and look at contract talks and see what he's got with these clause-wise. None there, good to see. So let's have a look at what they would ask for roughly. Let's just offer, I don't know, worth 2 million. Offer 7.5. See what they say. 17 million pounds. So we'll split the difference. Sort of, and go down to like 10 million. There you go. Very quick negotiation. Not much in depth there. I would also take more time on negotiations. But that's to give you a general feel what you're going to be asking, what he's going to be costing you if you sign him. So, first jump. Let's go. All right, folks. He's now at Borussia Dortmund with 20. No, I always do that. Valued at £55 million. 24 years old. Straight away, the physicality. Loving it. The only downside to physicality is his acceleration. That's the only downside, but that's not much an issue when you consider the rest of it's pretty good. Lovely natural fitness and stamina, good positioning, good concentration, and good bravery, anticipation. Very good stats for a centre back, in my opinion. Heading, marking, and tackling still very high in the 15 range. Player trait: marks opponents tightly, plays no through balls, stay back at all times. So, kind of what you want from a defender, really, I suppose, isn't it? Love it, love it. Injury record: that's pretty good. Obviously, keep an eye on that on the views as well, because we keep an eye on that, because if he's injury prone, you don't want to sign him, do you? Though to be fair, we've seen that before with players injury prone, and we did last review. Was it last review we did? And we didn't really feel like I didn't anyway think he was really that injury prone, but that's my personal opinion. So how much did they sign him for? Well, you see, we look at his stats here. I mean, 2 goals. We're not going to look at his stats really, because obviously the defender. We're not looking at goals and assists for him really, are we? £23 million. That is a pretty bargain deal, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously I got him a bit cheaper day one, but 23 million, and he's been playing pretty regular. So this is a good kind of idea of how he's going to develop. Obviously, maybe you can get more out of him with more personal kind of focused training. You will do on players as AI just sims, and you know, I don't know how good they are at judging players and training and adapting to that. Guessing not as good as you guys. So yeah, let's continue. Looking promising. Alright folks, 28 years old now, and he's a bit of a dip here, but still pretty damn good. Tackling and marking and heading, still 14 or above. The mental is basically the same, I think, and the physicality dropped a bit, but not by much, like 1 notch. We've got avoid using weaker foot, which actually, what's his weaker foot? His weaker foot is his left, so bear that in mind, guys. I showed you that earlier. Injuries. So no injuries to indicate why those things have dropped down a little bit. He's 28 years old, maybe he's decided to wane a little bit, but shouldn't be seeing that much difference in him really, which to be fair we haven't really seen how he done games wise over yet. It's 48 games there, 44, 50, 28, right, there's a drop off in that one, 28, and then 35. I don't know if one season can make a difference there, but it's still pretty damn good, isn't it? He's got the position right, the concentration is good, and the bravery is good. The pace is there as well. Acceleration not amazing, but yeah, I think he's very, very solid at the back. Obviously, this is based on numbers. I'm not seeing him play a game, though, to be fair, we can't really sim that, can we really? Every save is different, like I said before, or Mal said before as well. Hit continue on a save, everyone's different. So if he gets not quite as good as, or gets better in your save than this one, good for you. Just bear in mind, guys, that every save can be different, so it depends on what happens in your save. You might get a big injury day one randomly. That can happen. I've got personal experience of that with signings in the past. So yeah, one more jump, guys. I want to see just how the technicals hold up later on, like in his 30s. Right, guys, 32 years old. Ignore that side of this. To be fair, actually, don't ignore his physical stats, because they actually kill up quite well given he's 32. Mental stats saying physical, yeah, doesn't drop on the main three of hitting, marking, and tackling under 14. Passing 13, not terrible. Again, you work on that. One clock's 13 as well. Interesting. Yeah, I like him a lot. Injury record is pretty good. Doesn't really concern me there. And then career stats. I mean, again, still playing quite a lot of football. Obviously, not so much that season, but this year bounced back again. So I like him a lot. What are the pros and cons to him? A negative could be not amazing technically in terms of like his first touch. His passing could be higher and technique a bit low. He's not got amazing acceleration, but that is counteracted by the pros I'm going to give in a second. He is very good everywhere else in physicality. His pace is good, his stamina, strength, not finish, jumping reach is very, very good as well. He seems to be quite consistent. He's getting like 8, let's look at his average ratings here. He's getting quite a consistent 7.25 or above, more or less. So that is quite consistent, which kind of lines up to what we saw in his scout report. A little plus side to him, not a massive amount of money. And if you get him early on, load him out for a year, if that works for you. Even cheaper, we got him for £10 million day one, so that's a pretty good deal as well. So a rating for this guy, I only give him a 7.5. I think you got. It's hard to give ratings really because I struggle because I don't know what's going to come up next and who we've missed out on. But what I would say is a solid 7.5. I think there's more in him if you get him out in your team earlier, but I think the fact that his technicals are a bit suspect, maybe a little bit with, again, the passing could be a bit higher. Technique not great, first touch not great either, but he does have a cheap transfer fee. He's good physically across the board, apart from acceleration, and he seems quite consistent as well. And on another day in your saves, maybe he votes even more. So if you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. And I'll catch you all in the next review or next video if you watch all my series. Until then, thank you for watching. Bye bye.